You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
All right, Black and White Sports fans, we are going to talk about Megan Rapinoe. On this particular channel, I'm not sure anybody moves the needle in the way that this social justice nutcase does. Not even LaChina James, not even LeBron James gets people's dander worked up like this idiot does anytime we make a video about her. Megan Rapinoe has run her mouth probably as much as LeBron James. Now, I'll say this. I think LeBron has said things that is probably more dangerous to people than Megan Rapinoe. But Megan Rapinoe has been one of the leaders of the charge, leading the U.S. women's national team to kneel for the anthem, wear her Black Lives Matter shirt, talk all kinds of trash about President Trump. And now, somehow, some way, she has decided to compare herself to President Trump. It's very odd what she has come out and said, almost admiring the fact that Trump says what is on his mind and what he wants to say and talk about. She says she's the same person. Odd. Your ideological philosophies could not be any different, that's for sure. Let's take a look at this, because this is pretty wild. Trump foe Megan Rapinoe shockingly compares herself to the president. We both said some wild-ass blank. Not many people would have the gall to compare Megan Rapinoe and Donald Trump, two public enemies with vastly different views on social and political issues. Trump is in favor of shut up and dribble. Megan Rapinoe, a star for the U.S. national women's team, believes athletes are, quote, selfish if they don't use their platforms to speak up against injustices. But Rapinoe, according to Rapinoe, she's not totally unlike Trump. Quote, I am who I am all the time, Rapinoe said during a CNN TV premiere of the documentary LFG on Monday, which previously debuted on HBO Max, the streaming service. It's not like some act. I mean, I don't know if I want to make this comparison, but in the same ways that people liked that Trump said some wild ass, but I'm like that, but for good, you know? And I'm like, we need more of that. Really? Because you pissed and moaned about Trump. Last month, Trump mocked Rapinoe and the entire U.S. women's national team for not winning gold, and he should have. If our soccer team, headed by the radical group of leftist maniacs, wasn't woke, they would have won a gold medal instead of the bronze, Trump said, while specifically calling Rapinoe the woman with the purple hair. Trump also took aim at the U.S. women's national team for kneeling during the national anthem at the Olympics. But his feud with Rapinoe is years old, escalating after the soccer star stated, quote, I'm not going to the effing White House to see Trump when the U.S. women's national team won the World Cup in 2019. Although they don't align on most social issues, two people firing off some wild-ass shit would make for an interesting conversation between Trump and Rapinoe. I can't imagine getting those two in the room together, but I will say this. Do I think Trump would sit down and talk to her? Yeah, because he's always about trying to get business conducted, moving forward, and getting things done. I don't think he likes Rapinoe. Hell, I don't like Rapinoe. But do I think he would sit down and talk to somebody like Rapinoe? Yeah, I do. I really do. He talked to a lot of people that he didn't line up with ideologically. That's why he was the greatest president I've ever seen in my life, because business is business if it will move the country to a better place. Okay? Now, it is absolutely crazy that she pulled the Trump card. She pulled out a Trump card in this interview to try to compare herself. And look, I don't know if this is some kind of weird olive branch out to Trump supporters, but she can forget it, okay? She's not getting that olive branch from us or from me. She has run her mouth about too much. She runs an anti-American sentiment out there. She goes out there and, like LeBron James, preaches about false narratives that can be dangerous, okay, about things like the police and defunding the police and supporting a lot of ideals that just aren't smart. Just aren't smart. Things you don't do is defund the police. And she's out there, she championed, unarmed blacks getting killed when unarmed whites get killed more, et cetera, et cetera. All right, she is trying to push, in my opinion, a poor philosophy. Okay, she's entitled to feel the way she feels, okay, but we can call her out when she says something stupid. And we do. You can believe that. And that's all Trump did, was call her out. And look, I said when the U.S. women's soccer team lost that first game in the Olympics, I said part of the thing here is they've got their minds all over the place. They've got their minds all over the place and not on the actual sport that they're supposed to be there to compete in a game to try to win a gold medal. And, of course, they finished in third place. Why? Because she's worried about bullying teammates to bend the knee for the national anthem. That's not what the Olympics and or sport is supposed to be about. It's supposed to be about competition, team competition, et cetera, et cetera. The Olympics, if you play for your country, is supposed to be about love for the country. Does anything about Megan Rapinoe scream love for America? We know one thing about Trump: America first, for crying out loud. Okay? So in that way, ideologically, they are not even close. Not even close. Yeah, they both speak their mind. That may be the absolute only thing they would have in common. It's strange that she made this comment. She's not winning me over, I can tell you that right now. That ship has sailed. And as far as Subway franchisees, that ship sailed too. They don't want her representing sub sandwiches. God, her and Jared. Subway didn't do a very good job there. Tell me what you think, black and white sports fans. What a strange thing to see for Megan Rapinoe to come out and say. It's just weird. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.